Good morning. Good. Say hello, Susie. Good morning. Good morning. Good. Hello, everybody. To all our friends here and around the world. Yes, indeedy. Jelly beady. Susie, say good morning.
Oh, good morning. Sorry. We are in really the countdown now.
We're in the squeeze,
In
babies.
the squeeze. And I think it's a good sign that tonight is Sukkot. Tonight is the full moon of Tishrei. We've been kind of building toward this.
Right.
For a long time, we started at 100 days. And we even talked about it then, that there would be a moment when, if we did our work and we really were intentional and mindful, that tonight something new would be drawn into the world for us. We would draw something new in. So I'm going to ask you.
Even if we didn't do anything.
Yeah. It would
by
be
virtue of time. Sacred time.
Mm-hmm.
Sacred time. We draw something new into the world on Rosh Hashanah. That's what we teach. It's from the Zohar, the classic text of Jewish mysticism. The image is the moon. And it's somewhat hidden until Sukkot.
Tonight.
The full moon.
Tonight.
Then.
And it is supposed to be a spectacular moon tonight.
Oh, yeah? Then it's ripe. And then you can tell me what's new. What have you brought down that's new?
I guess that's tomorrow then. Mm-hmm. Over the next
few days.
Tonight.
It's a couple of days.
Sukkot, ends with Simchat Torah and Shmini Atzeret. We end the book of Deuteronomy and we start reading again. Book of Bereshit.
Do you remember who used to spend time in Shmini Atzeret, Kentucky?
I don't.
Dr. Pedikowski.
Is that what he called it? Yeah. Shmini Atzeret. It's kind of like when I was a kid. I know this really sounds silly because it's a real place, but we didn't think it was. And, east of the Hudson, my grandparents used to say, "We're going to Oshkosh, Wisconsin." It was like Oshkosh was like Shmini Atzeret, like Yenamsville, Oshkosh. It sounded,
Chicago, Illinois.
That's another place, right? That wasn't real. It wasn't real, depending on where you grew up, Right. What are the places that aren't real? I think it's also,
two pockets.
Yeah, two pockets.
I'm going to say something.
Okay, good.
Get us back on track. Two pockets. I did a poetry reading last night, and I happened to have two pockets. And in one pocket, I had stuffed pieces that I called curses. They were reality pieces about what's going on now and certain individuals whose names shall not be mentioned that are prominent in the news, etc. And then the other pocket was my book with blessings.
Blessings and kadishes.
Yeah, in memory and grief, but blessings, a lot of blessings too. And I was thinking about it because the guy was right in front of me, did some serious curses. I said, and I got up there to do my part, and I said, I have two pockets. I have blessings, I have curses. I'm going to reach into the blessings pocket and pull out some blessings. And I spoke some
Good.
Blessings.
People probably needed them. But the original is in one pocket. It says the world is created for you. In the other pocket, it says
variation of that.
I'm dust, I'm nothing. But I guess it's related.
Yeah, of course it is. It's an image.
Two pockets.
Oh my God. Occupation, please. We're shepherds. Purpose, oud playing shepherds. We also play flutes. References, our ancestors, also shepherds. What do you seek? We are looking for quiet. Credentials, please. We play the makams.
What an interesting way to reclaim that word, occupation.
Yeah,
It's what you do. It's your occupation. It's not
good job.
just
Makam is a form
occupation.
of music that the music of Abraham, I call it. It's underneath it's the inherited music beneath the separations of Abraham's children, Isaac and Ishmael, the common music of the Eastern Mediterranean. The Makams. We play the Makams, and therein is a blessing for the future, an aspiration.
And, back to Lusato, I think
Our man, Ramchal.
thinking so much about what motivated him to do this work at that moment in his life. And I think, he was just taking back his power, finding where do I have control? I have control over me, making me the best person I can be. And here is a path that I follow. And it's from the Talmud, and I'm going to expound on it, and I'm going to share it with you. And what a gift, what a great gift this book is.
Yeah.
Each time I look at another one of these
Pardon me.
stops in the pathway,
Yeah.
it's so helpful.
Yeah, I
So
think so.
helpful.
I think so too.
And, as we say, and he points out in his book too, it's not just what to concentrate on: mindfulness, eagerness, abstinence, cleanliness, piety. It's not just those things. It's also, it's also what are the barriers?
Yeah, with
What
the
are the things-
obstacles,
Yeah.
identifying the obstacles.
Right. What are the things that are keeping you
Yeah.
from doing these and helping them become more clear?
Can you name them?
So you can,
Yeah. Absolutely.
overcome them.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of barriers. Most of them are inside. Most of them are ego.
Yeah.
But there are real barriers as well. And, you get to not let anybody else pollute your space. How about
That's
one more?
right. Don't anybody bum your trip.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. How about one more?
Blessing. This is a blessing from the mud.
Mm.
I will bless you and increase you as the earth, as the sands of the seashore, as the sea. Look at the algae now, and the horsefly is buzzing over your face. I will make you as great as the horseflies, as the algae. Look up now to the sky. You will be as great as the stars. As the darkness, you will be as great as the darkness. The sand, the sea, the stars, the mud, the dark, the green, the sticky stuff on the surf, the horseflies, the early rains and the later rains, the mud, the green, the sand, the dark. And God appeared to Abraham. Vayira elav Hashem be'il Mamre. Appeared everywhere, said nothing. Excuse me. Oh my goodness.
Right.
Thanks for joining us on Sukkot.
Yeah,
Erev
we are
Sukkot.
really in the countdown.
Moving to it.
You can do early voting in Missouri. In most places, you can do early voting right now. And I will say that there is a very long ballot in St. Louis County. I sent it in for my father yesterday, and a lot of judges. And the League of Women Voters has a wonderful guide. So I think it's important to do your homework before you go, because there's 2 pages of things to vote on.
Do your diligence.
And you don't want to be caught without knowing
Yeah.
what and who you're voting for. So
Shall I read a
found it
piece about
helpful.
Sukkot?
Okay, let's
This
end
is
with
from the Sfat Emet,
we'll end with Sukkot.
who I often quote. Great commentator. This is a blessing for the holiday. It's called I Love You With All My Broken Heart. I was sitting with him just before he was dead, that is. It must have been 04, maybe 05, 1904, 1905. The sukkah is a chuppah, he opened with. We wedded God on the way out of Egypt. I am the Holy One who marries you, he chanted, quoting Leviticus 22. Then he chanted the prayer, who spreads out the sukkah of peace over us. Ufros aleinu sukkat shalomecha. The truthful linguist stopped and cocked his head sideways. Spreads out means to choose a portion, a part of the whole, he said. God is wholeness itself and part of wholeness. I dwell with the partial, I dwell with the lowly, with the humble. He was singing again, quoting Isaiah 57. Who is a whole person? He was quoting the Book of Splendor now. Me, the one with a broken heart. His voice ascended. Wherever God dwells, there is wholeness. God makes whole out of half. Who spreads the shelter of peace, the sukkah of peace over us? He spread out his arms like he was saying, come to Papa. He was bringing down the idea now to its resting place. His voice settled into a whisper. A low hum heard from one corner of the room to the other. God sets aside the partial, the inner point that is everywhere, the part that is all. A few of us among the many, the wounded, the sick among the well, the partial among the whole. He closed with this. Everywhere God dwells is whole. There's a teaching for you. Take that.
So watch for the full new moon tonight, wherever you might be.
Sukkat Shalom.
And let it be a Sukkat Shalom. Find a sukkah, nice shave.
Have a good day, little babies, unless you have other plans.
Countdown to the election.